2003 Winston Cup Series in NASCAR Racing 2003, and round 28 brings us back to the home of your friend and mine, Miles the Monster. I just love him. He seems like such a cool dude, you know? Yes, it's our return to Dover, not that one, as we participate in a race called the MBNA America 400. Yeah, catchy, good one. Last time at Dover, we ran really well to a top 5 after starting in the lower mid-pack and working our way up through the field. Now, with a better starting position, could we take an 8th win of the season that would tie us with Ryan Newman, the man who got the most wins in the real-life 2003 season? Our return to Dover has started pretty well, to say the least. No changes to either setup, qualifying or race, from last time I ran here. Liked them both. That time was set in race setup, but only I think because there was just too much traffic to really let the qualifying setup loose properly. I think Dover may be one of my favourite circuits of this season. It's tight, but not too tight. Like, the walls feel quite imposing, but there's still plenty of space to try and make moves. The banking it feels like, because it's a proper bowl, it feels like it's, again, a little bit imposing, but you can really get a nice rhythm when you're lapping. I love it. This is one of my favourites of the season. The target is top 10. Once again, let's keep that momentum going. Hopefully it can be a lot better than last time, so at least we have a better base to work from in the race. In real life, qualifying didn't actually take place for this race. It was aborted due to the threat of the oncoming Hurricane Isabel, so they would line up in standings order for this one.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Felt the back stepping round a little bit there, had to correct.
One more lap.
That was a lot smoother. That was a lot smoother.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
Is that it? Yes. Oh, that was satisfying. That second lap, that felt really smooth. That was good. We take pole by a 10th from Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, and standings leader Ryan Newman. Even if I hadn't taken pole from that, just that qualifying run cements to me why I love this circuit. It just feels like so much fun to drive. The real 2003 MBNA America 400, again, great title, very catchy, love it. I mentioned at the start that Ryan Newman won the most races in 2003 with 8. Today he picked up his 7th of those wins, leading the last 73 laps. Kevin Harvick's 4th place, combined with the 5 bonus points for leading the most laps on the day, was enough to see him move to 2nd in the standings ahead of Dale Jr., and that was helped by the fact that Jr. crashed out late in the race. But it didn't really make much difference to Matt Kenseth. He finished 9th on the day, but his lead in the standings was now a very imposing 436 points, leaving Dover. By the way, a quick thank you to Corvin and Axel, who commented and messaged about the glitch I was having in the last episode, which many people couldn't really hear, and didn't comment that they could see very much. So I may have made a mountain out of a molehill, but it is a common issue. It was just a case of turning down the amount of sounds in the game. What is your major malfunction? Okay. John, please. The car is bright orange. Could you not... Yeah, turning down the amount of sound seems to have fixed the issue. And also, Corvin gave me a file to help with the rendering, and it's looking pretty smooth so far. So no more complaints from me. As for the race target, though, I know the win is very doable, considering we're looking like we're going to be first in every session. But I'm just going to say top 5, because we should learn the lesson from Matt Kenseth. Number of wins in this point system, not the be-all and end-all. Just be consistent. And hopefully can get a little bit closer to top 10 in the standings.
Drivers, start your engines.
Okay, we have 49 projected laps of fuel to take us into the 60. We have Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson and Tony Stewart immediately around us. An esteemed company. Here we go, MBNA, America, 400 from Dover. Good lord, that was a bad start. Oh, I did not prep myself well there at all. I should have been in second gear. Too busy looking at other stuff when I should have gotten into second. God, we've got cold tyres, remember. Let's get them up to temp. Look, we got that killer start in New Hampshire. Should have just replicated it. Okay. We dropped to 5th, but fine. Let's get things up to temperature, because we're waving a little bit at the moment. It would be nice to clear Dale Jarrett sharpish, because you know what he's like. Dale's going for the move. Oh, and Jimmy's seen the hesitation. I don't really want to go 3 wide. I need Jeff Burton to either pass or be passed, because we're hemmed in and the queue's coming. Right, that's it. Let's get onto the high line. Careful. Come on, come on. Do prefer running kind of a slightly higher line compared to them. I feel like I can just carry a bit of momentum through, and if it grips up, nice, good recovery from that. Ooh, careful. I do like the setups I've got, but I think they're quick because they're a bit looser, and I just need to make sure I don't get overzealous on the throttle on exit, over-rotate the car. That's nice. Back up to second. Not quite. Not quite there for this one, but
Car inside. Keep high.
don't tag the wall on exit.
Clear.
Beauty. Shut the door. And recovery complete.
You are on the point.
Feel like I'm sat wonky. This is the issue with having a setup that's movable. May I emphasize, movable, not adjustable. Adjustable, it's all locked in place and you just adjust things by notches, but you know, this is just a chair. And I've realised now I am sat a little bit twisted. In a slightly odd body position that felt fine to begin with, but it doesn't feel quite right now. I know I could pause the race. I know I could pause the race, but kind of no. I've started, so hopefully I'll finish. Absolutely sprinted clear of Bush since passing him, and Bush is still pretty comfortable in second. But because the track is only a mile long, we are already catching the rear of the field pretty fast too. Gonna have to keep an eye on tyres and what I want to do. I do all four? I should have checked back my previous race in a bit more detail, because I feel like I took all four when they took two, and that cost me a few places towards the end. Bloody hell though, I am burning through that right front. Maybe I need to chill out a little bit. Like, I've built up a decent gap. There's the rear of the field, which I'm, again, not in a rush to really catch, and I feel like one of the things that saved me the first time I raced here when we went back through the pack is I was slightly better on my tyres throughout the duration of that first stint. But I might have gone the opposite way this time. The gap is fine though, so... Oh, car in the wall up ahead. I think that's Ken Schrader we just saw. No caution, everything's fine. Not sure what just happened there. We'll take a look. And it was indeed Ken Schrader, but not through any fault of his own. Mark Martin catching him and sending him up into the wall. Schrader keeps it going, no caution. From Martin's POV, it looks like he goes for a move and then just doesn't get down track far enough and catches Schrader. Hopefully he doesn't make that mistake again.
There's the cross flag. We're halfway home.
Yes, we are. Not a bad first half. Now we are into traffic and we're going to have to be careful. Tyre, that right front doesn't look great. Still don't know whether to do 2 or 4. Part of me is thinking, because to be fair, the inside tyre isn't too far behind. Part of me is thinking, if I'm going to be rough on my tyres, do I go 4? I've got a decent gap. And then, if they do 2, I can hopefully use that grip advantage. Gap up to 10 seconds now with Bush. Let's just keep an eye out for when people go in. There's Schrader with a bit of a bump.
Car inside. Stay high. Stay high.
God. Yeah, not quite got the grip to cane it round the outside. Oh! Yeah, all 4 tyres, I think. That decides it for itself. I don't particularly like being in amongst the pack. But I'm not losing time to Kurt Busch yet, so it still seems okay.
Car inside. Stay high. That car's a lap down. Clear inside. Inside. Keep high. Stay high. Clear.
I'm not super keen on running up to the guys going too wide. Oh, but they are starting to drop in. Oh my lord.
3 wide. Inside. Clear inside.
You f***ing dick, Bodine. I cannot believe it.
Limits 35. Keep it under 2,500 in seconds.
That was a plan. Oh no. What is happening? I'm stuck. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus, that was awful. Okay, come on, come on, come on.
Watch that speed now. Keep it
Oh,
2,500 in seconds.
this is actually horrific. I need to get over to this side. That all happened so fast.
Go, go, go! Limits 35. Keep it under 2,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Okay, let's see how much that's cost us. I feel like that's absolutely screwed us.
Car outside.
Jeff Green coming around the outside. So where are we?
Keep low. Clear.
Oh, have we dropped right to the back? Well, we've got work to do now. 18 to go. Right, just do what you can. F***'s sake. I couldn't tell if it was Petty or Bodine that just seemed like last minute he was going to cut down in front of me. So I slowed down to avoid a collision, and then another car, don't know which one, just drove into the back of me. So that's what causes that. Stupid behaviour from the AI. But then I make the decision, oh well, it says, oh, your tyres are worn. Rather than do a whole lap, I take a decision which probably in real life would have gotten me a penalty in NASCAR, come to think of it, because I was the wrong side of the line.
Car outside.
Oh, God.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside. Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
Go, 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 go. Come on.
Keep low. Still there. Clear.
Gotta push, gotta push. So before we focus on our recovery charge in the closing laps, here's what happened. Everyone starts to come down to the pits, Todd Bodine makes a late decision, it catches me off guard, I check up, and Mark Martin just runs over me. What was it I was saying earlier about him just making sure he gets down track enough? Yep, for the second time today we go on board, and as you can see, I get a little bit spooked. I am slowing and moving down across track, but I feel like the real Mark Martin, or any real human being, would just move a little bit more to the left and go past me. Sure, a little bit is on me, I should have checked my mirrors and maybe just held my line a bit better, but I do think I've fallen a little bit victim to some more AI nonsense there. Now my impulsive pit decision. Let me know in the comments if that would have been a penalty in real life for doing that. But then we get caught against Dave Blaney. Now Dave Blaney's pit box is just in front of Johnny Benson in that space, just to the right of where we are. But he stopped. We're locked together, and the only way to get us moving again is I have to back up, cause a bit of a traffic jam, holding up both Jack Sprague and Jamie McMurray, and then we head down the pit lane to get pinballed about a little bit. Robbie Gordon out into us, McMurray copping for some more contact, and then John Andretti making sure Robbie Gordon gets his just desserts as well. Fortunately, the damage is repaired, car feels good, 4 fresh tyres. This is the move we just made before the replay. On the attack, 3 wide through 3 and 4, getting back past Todd Bodine, who started it all as well. I love this circuit. We've got to go and push hard to see if we can get a good result. We don't have long left. The win is gone, but what can we salvage? It was an impulsive decision, and then obviously I don't know what happened. I don't know why Blaney was just stopped. And I had to back away to get unstuck, and that cost me so much time in the pits. I maybe shouldn't have been so impulsive and just gone round another lap, but I didn't. Yeah. So the initial incident, definitely not my fault. I feel like I was just taking evasive action and someone just took me out. The slightly impulsive decision to go into the pits immediately rather than just running round a lap. That was a silly impulsive decision on my part and cost me more time than it should have done. And now, okay, we're down up to 27th with 13 to go. We've just got to get as many spots as we can. I love Dover. I'd love to have won at Dover. Let's just see what we can salvage. Come on, come on, you leave me the space.
We got just 10 more to go. Keep high. Keep high. Clear inside. Inside. Stay high. Clear inside.
Leave me the space, head. I do not have time. So easy to run it out into the wall on the exit if you carry a bit too much speed through. No, Rusty, leave me the space.
Clear. That car's a lap down. Just 5 more to go. Outside. Clear.
Don't think we're gonna. We just think we're just gonna miss out on top 10, but we can pick up a few more spots. Come on. Didn't get quite close enough for Jarrett to leave me the space. Don't you dare. Go on, Nemechek. Shut the door. Ooh, Nemechek has a little bit of a check up there. Kenny Wallace, Stecker 2, coming out of the pits.
Car inside. Still there. Just 2 to go. Clear.
These guys are lapped down. One of them is. Let's see if we can get Reigns. Harvick's next. I don't think we're quite going to make it. Just got to fly. Just got to go. God damn. Oh, god damn. So in the last 18 laps, we go from 31st to 14th, which is not to be sniffed at, and that was actually a lot of fun. But I'm so disappointed. So the real-life winner of the MBNA America 400, great name, is our winner today, Ryan Newman, ahead of Kurt Busch, who wasn't able to take advantage of inheriting the lead after our pit stop nightmare. Stewart, Kenseth and Johnson rounding out the top 5. In the standings, Newman is starting to look pretty formidable. Gordon only finishing 6th today. The gap is up to 229 points. Is it the Rocket Man's year? He's looking pretty formidable. In the meantime, Johnson, Earnhardt and Stewart rounding out the top 5 of the point standings. Now, unless I'm very much mistaken, I think we've still actually managed to gain 1 spot in the standings. We're up to 13th ahead of Michael Waltrip. We're only 58 points away from the top 10. That spot currently occupied by Matt Kenseth, only 29 behind our main beef rival from the season, Dale Jarrett. So it's still a net positive from today, so that is good news. I still enjoyed the drive. Loved Dover. That last stint was fun. But still frustrating. I should have just done an extra lap and I maybe wouldn't have lost as much time than getting stuck on another car in the pits. Up next, it's our final super speedway race of the season, the EA Sports 500, which is very much not in this game because Papyrus and EA were not the best of friends at this point, so it's the Talladega 500. The last attempt at Talladega wasn't going so badly until a flashpoint incident in turn 1. So, again, it's just running clean. Pace is not an issue anymore, especially with the AI settings we have for this season. It's just running clean, staying clear of nonsense, whether it's my fault or theirs. And hopefully we can do that next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. We're getting onto the home stretch, and I think, actually, this might be the last of our repeated race run. And after this, we might actually see a new circuit. And then there's more repeated races. It definitely needs to be a 36 race season. I think we can all agree on that.